What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and holy moly, guacamole. Tesla, what a ride. We're going to be doing like a John Madden play-by-play on what transpired. We have a dramatic overvalued statement from JPMorgan analyst saying he's raising his price target from 90 to 80. And then we're going to be, I'm sorry, that's just a little funny there. I don't know how that guy has a job. Like, let's be honest there. You really have to nail that call. Like, that stock better go to $90. Like, that's a hell of a call. That's like saying something like, hey, boss, we're going to sell all the bananas, all the oranges, every produce that we have in-house tonight. Someone's got to come in and just buy everything. That's literally like the odds of this. Like, again, I'm not saying anything can happen. Like, someone from a food bank can come in with a blank check and buy all the produce. 100%. Something can happen to Tesla and the stock can come crashing down. 100. That can happen. But I'm just saying the odds of all these are happening, and really just kind of just giving it the old jab in the back, kind of Julius Caesar's kind of style, and just stabbing in the bathhouse or wherever he was, he got murdered. This is definitely something that's kind of like funny. And I like this Bloomberg Yahoo Finance article where he's like, investors who followed Brickman's recommendation received a negative 863% return from the past year, basically hinting like, hey, this guy, if you listened to him, you would have lost out at 867% return. So it's just funny. It's a kooky thing. And we can also look at again, the street, kind of the same thing, highlighting that, hey, the stock has gone up so much, and really just not really seeing that those targets that we really think could really compel that stock to these levels. Again, with that link here showing the investors who followed his advice received a negative 863% return. Imagine you were to short it. Like, it's just like you're trying to stop a freight train. It's just you can't do it one hand at a time. Like, I don't know. Like, I really, God bless the individuals who are analysts. I know it's a tough job, but like, holy moly, like that's a little cray even for my taste. Let's go ahead and just jump into the charts here. As you can see here, it was a hell of a ride for the old Tesla coming in today. We did a video yesterday and then today, I believe, kind of looking at some potential price levels for Tesla. Really highlighting on some negative downward momentum. Not again, we didn't know that price target thing's going to be coming out, or just the overall overwhelming of people trying to get into the DoorDash IPO, and then we have the what's the IPO tomorrow? Oh shoot, you know what it is. Oh, it's the Airbnb, which I actually like. We'll see what the price goes up to, but that will be an interesting one to definitely add to the watch list. But that being said, let's go ahead and look at Tesla. Tesla was just sinking all day. We're looking at a 15-minute chart, usually not my favorite cup of tea, but just right out of the gates, it just fell from that 650 level and just really just burned, not even burned, it just crashed throughout the day. And then really that heavy selling came in at that 1230 kind of bid, where we thought I could potentially think it was trying to break above, but then it just broke the floor support and just completely gave up, and then came down to the low around 588 here, and then kind of made somewhat of a dead cat bounce and kind of limped into the close with like 5 broken legs, a punched out eye, a flat tire. His wife got stolen. His credit cards are maxed out. Everything that you can imagine is wrong is what happened in this one. But the thing is, he did finish out the day. We still made it into the close. We didn't sink lower from the previous level. So there is good things to look at it if you're really intraday day trading the stock, which we nibbled on it a little bit to some success. But again, that Fibonacci level around 609 we talked about in the video on being some potential support. It actually kind of blew right past it and actually came down well below that level, nearly $20. Again, it's not a science; it's more like a artistic method. But what we're seeing here on these levels here, why do we find some support at 600? 600 is a nice round number. Everyone can type in 600 on their numpad. It's just a very nice round number to potentially see this to kind of potentially stop bleeding. I don't think it's going to be a complete stop bleeding and cauterize the wound, and then we're just going to be able to jump onto the moon train again, or the moon rocket, and continue going ripping higher. But again, anything can happen. So going ahead and looking at some potential movements, some price targets, let's just flip here to the daily chart. So the daily chart, the trend's still intact, everyone, okay? Look at my eyes. The trend is still intact here, right? Even with this crazy, nearly almost a 10% day, almost at the close, it was about 7%. We're still, again, on the daily chart, those parabolic SAR dots have not been broken, okay? So what does that mean? That means that trend is still somewhat intact. It did not close below the 8 EMA. That is a fast tracking momentum indicator. Could we take a break up here for a couple days, or maybe a little bit longer, and maybe consolidate a little bit? Sure, without a doubt. But this thing still looks like it wants to potentially run. It's not going to be, let's just throw all my every cash that I have and short the stock. You can go ahead and do that, and maybe you'll make money. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't have a crystal ball, and I don't know who's going to buy all the fruit from my local grocery market either. But that being said, just looking at the charts, looking at the price, looking at the volume, we did have a lot of volume coming in today. So that is a substantial good sign of, again, just creating volatility. We did, I think, potentially shook out quite a few people on that were really just wishing that this was going to hit $780 like Goldman Sachs price targets. It's kind of funny. Got a Goldman Sachs analyst giving the price target of like 780, and then you have a JPMorgan analyst giving it a 90. So basically what we can do here, this is going to be a very, very high-tech math. I don't know if you're familiar with the averages. So we have someone saying, okay, 780 plus 90 equals, yeah, then we're going to divide it by 2. And look at that, 435. What's 435? 435 is a number which is a Fibonacci number on here, and that's exactly where we broke out. So are we going to be coming back down to 435? I don't know, but that is a very strong level, though, between those two analysts. If you look here more at the daily chart, that's kind of where we're bouncing around for quite some time. That is very, I won't say very likely, because again, we can look at the options tree here and really see on that price movement here on what's the likelihood just in the next 30 plus days on it hitting those potential price targets. So looking at that, we have to be very careful and mindful of the overall understanding of the probabilities here. So again, that 4-ish, what was it, 435? It's not even on the thing. It's like it's going to be this large deviation move, because just in the next 30-ish days, or really just into the big end of the year, they're saying a price movement of $150. We saw a price movement today of just nearly $50 to kind of give you, to really put that into perspective. And we've had a very large move. The ATR for the day was around $34, and we exceeded that by nearly $10 of nearly 45. So it was a very substantial move today in the overall market of Tesla. So be careful out there, folks. Some key takeaways we're going to be looking at. Some initial support going to be coming in around that, what is that, 585-ish level. That's going to be exactly where we hit those parabolic SAR dots, but really just kind of holding above that 600 to 599 level, which again, you're kind of seeing in the after hours trading, we're trading around 600 to 599. That being said, if we do want to sell off, we're going to have to start closing below the 588 to 585 and potentially test around 550, potentially test at this another key level, which again is somewhat, that can happen, right, folks? You have to be very mindful, and there is a lot of risk when it comes to the market. It's not just easy of just like hitting confirm and send and just print money every single day. This is what happens in a volatile market. Like, it's not a completely stocks only go straight up, that we're seeing this really kind of somewhat of a shakeup in some of the our favorite stocks, of course. Again, it's not easy for me either, folks. Like, it was very difficult to see Tesla move around that much in a single day. It really second guesses what I'm doing sometimes. I'm just like, holy, okay, let me just take a couple steps back and kind of look at the numbers here and really kind of fine tune it on what is really going on. And usually what happens is I zoom out to a daily, most likely a weekly chart, and you can just see the stock has just been fantastic. Like hinting to the beginning of the article, if you listen to that JPMorgan analyst, you would have missed nearly 700% gains this year. So on that note, thank you guys for coming by and looking at and listening to me to this point. I really do greatly appreciate it. We're going to probably try to live stream potentially tomorrow or Friday. I'm going to be taking a day off because, again, on Friday is my birthday, and we might be doing like a birthday live stream and just kind of trading the live market and seeing how that goes. But that being said, guys, thank you. Catch you guys on the flip side. Please don't forget the thumbs on the way out. All right, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.